What's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang, God Squad. What it is, man? Let's check this out. Something that I've noticed about a lot of modern women, and there's no diss to y'all. I love y'all. My wife is a modern woman. There's no diss to y'all whatsoever. But I've learned that when it comes to relationships and marriage, ladies and gentlemen, but more so the ladies, because weddings are more fit to gear towards the woman than the male. Ladies, and I'm speaking to you modern women, not you OG women, not you old school women. I'm speaking to you modern women. I'm talking about from the ages of 18 to about 40. Speaking of you, fuck scam likely calling me 40. A lot of you ladies, modern women, do not want the marriage. Y'all want the wedding. And y'all get the two confused. Y'all get, when somebody that you like proposes, one of the first things y'all tend to think about is the wedding and the wedding and the wedding. The wedding is a celebration for both of y'all, for one. The wedding is not a celebration for you. It's literally a celebration of the two of y'all coming together in bondage in the spirit. That's literally what the wedding is. It is not something that you do to accommodate for your woman. That's not what the wedding is. The wedding is literally a bondage party amongst the two individuals that are getting married. Those two individuals, not one, those two individuals are being celebrated. That's what the wedding is. But it tends to get drowned out by the expectations of what the woman wants, because quiet is kept. The woman runs everything when it comes to the wedding. She gets the cake, the outfits, you know, who gonna be in it, the plan. Like, most of the hard work when it comes to weddings is done by the woman. Period. We just sit back and just, hey, baby, what you want? We just, yeah, what you want? You want, okay, we gonna get it. We gonna make this happen, make you happy. But what the men fail to realize is that you're being celebrated too, fellas. It's not just her. So all y'all that keep trying to just let the woman do everything, fellas, step the fuck up and help the woman out. Because you getting celebrated too, not her. They coming to see you too. So all this, trying to do all this to accommodate for the woman in the wedding, is kind of not good for y'all fellas, because y'all are celebrated too. But I say that to say this. A lot of us, men included, but mainly this is for the women, the modern women, y'all are there for the wedding, not the marriage. Because I'm telling you, marriage is not the wedding. See, what y'all seeing in the wedding is all the happy-go-lucky, happy, jolly, sunshine, rainbows, and all that shit. The marriage ain't that, son. I can tell you that right now. Marriage is hard. Marriage is frustrating. Marriage can take a lot of energy, a lot of life out of you. If you got the wrong motherfucker, you could lose out on a lot in your marriage. And like I said, a lot of y'all, men included, are not there for the marriage. Y'all there for the wedding, the party, the turn up. But when it come time to deal with this person because you don't like them, because you're not going to like your husband or your wife all the time. You're not. You're going to go through a season where you just don't like this motherfucker. And they just don't like you. Every little thing you say or do just pisses them off. Everything they say or do pisses you off. You will go through that. Marriage is not about loving them when it's good. That's the problem, and that's why the divorce rate is so goddamn high, because y'all too focused on thinking that marriage is all happy-go-lucky, jolly, sunshines and giggles and skittles and shit. I'm telling you right now, as a married man, it ain't that. It ain't that. I've been knowing my wife for 20 years, been married to her for 4, and I can tell you right here, right now, 3 kids in this bitch. You ain't gonna like your wife all the time. You're not gonna like your husband all the time. You're not. And if you get to a point where, oh, I'm just not feeling him, I just ain't been liking him for the past 2-3 months. He ain't been feeling me. He been acting funny for the past 2-3 months. You know what we forget? Once we get married and we get into the marriage, the one thing both parties tend to forget, male and female alike, y'all forget to be friends. Y'all forget to talk to each other. Y'all thinking because we did all the talking, we did all the fucking, we did all this shit before we got married, and when we got married, it was like, okay, we married now. Now what? Now you need to continue being a friend. Continue being the person that they go to. The same person that you was to make them want to marry you in the first place, you need to continue to be that person. The problem is, in this era, in this day and age, modern men and women alike, we stopped doing that shit. We think, well, we married her, so she should be happy because we married her. No. She still wants you to talk to her. She still needs you to be her friend. She still needs you to be here for her. She still needs you to be the shoulder to cry on. All the shit. She still need all that. Quiet as kept, she probably gonna need more. Ladies, same thing for you too. He probably need you to be there. He probably need more from you. Like before he got married to you, you was all on him and wondering about him and showing the appreciation to him. And baby, how you doing? You okay? Did you eat today? All that shit. But then when he married you, you stop all that. Because you feel, well, he married me, so you basically did all that shit to hook him. But as the old saying goes, the same thing it took to get your baby hooked is the same thing it's going to take to keep him. Man and woman alike. So a lot of y'all forget to be their friends. A lot of y'all forget to be their partner. Y'all lose that. Y'all forgetting about that shit. You don't stop being their partner because you walk down the aisle and say, I do. That's the time where you should be more of their partner. That's the time where you should be more adamant about them. It seems like nowadays y'all more adamant about a person to get them to marry you than you are once they have married you. It's not what marriage is about. Like I said, a lot of y'all, ladies more so, y'all there for the wedding. You're not there for the marriage. Oh, I didn't know he got down like that. I didn't know he did this. I didn't know he did all that. I didn't know he talks like that. I didn't know he act like that. I'm sure some shit about you that wasn't known either. And I'm sure some shit about you that he ain't gonna like either. But that don't mean because of what you don't like or what you don't approve of, that doesn't change the overall person that he or she is. Because evidently, there were so many other good things about this particular person that made you want to marry them in the first place. As I said before, once you get in a marriage with somebody, you're going to find out things that you didn't know prior. You're going to see things that you didn't see prior. So the testament is when you really know who this person is down to their dirty drawers. Are you still going to love them? Are you still going to appreciate them? Are you still going to have their back? Are you still going to look out for them? Or are you going to pass judgment on them? Are you going to look down on them? Because now you know they dirty laundry. Now you know he leave his drawers in the hallway every day. Every time he come home, he just take his clothes off and leave them there. You going now you I don't like that. I don't like all that. There's always gonna be something about your husband or your wife that you are not gonna like. And I say this to both parties. You should never have to compromise who you are to accommodate for somebody else. Once you agree to marriage, there comes a level of understanding that modern people, men, women alike, choose to not do. Period. People wonder, how did Paw Paw and Mama work out? And some YouTubers say because Paw Paw had another family somewhere else. And that's not always the case. In some cases, yeah. But in most cases, they just worked it out. Because they came up in a time where, for real, they was all they had. The racism, all the negative bullshit that came being an African-American male or female, all they had was each other. That's all they had. And nowadays, y'all so quick to jump to the next motherfucker because y'all think the grass is so much greener when it's all AstroTurf. When you realize that this motherfucker is all I got. This person is gonna love me no matter what I do, what I say. This person gonna. That don't mean you cheat. I'm saying like who I am as an individual. They love me for me, the good, the bad, the ugly. Despite who you are, I love you anyway. If you can love somebody like that, and if you could be with somebody in that, then that's a real marriage. That's a real relationship. The problem in relationships nowadays is that once you get angry, the relationship is over. Once you get angry, you go into the next man or woman. Once you get angry, you talking bad about your spouse. Once you get angry, you're putting everybody else in your business or in your marriage. The problem is we don't know how to be angry and not tell our business. We don't know how to be angry and sin not. We don't. And that's the problem. Understand, ladies, the marriage is not the wedding. Fellas, the marriage is not the wedding. The marriage is not the honeymoon phase. It's not. You gotta love a person in every season. You can't love a person in the summer, and then when the fall and winter hit, now you want to get the fuck on. That's not how marriage works. For better or for worse, sickness and in health. That means when it's ugly, I love you. When it's not going so well, I love you. I'm here for you. I'm here through whatever, whenever, however, whoever. I'm here for you. That's marriage. No matter what somebody say to you, and it might even sound like, yeah, man, that make perfect sense. No matter what they say to you, I'm not leaving my wife. I'm not leaving my husband. Because at the end of the day, that person gonna have my back. Versus other people may leave. A lot of y'all don't know how to be married. Y'all know how to be in relationships. Y'all know how to have sex. Y'all know how to make babies. But you don't know how to be in a marriage. And before you decide to get in a marriage or have a wedding, make sure you'll be able to deal with the person you with in a marriage. Because a marriage is not like your standard relationship. And it's not like the standard living in situation where you shacking up and playing house, especially when you got kids. That's a video for another day about y'all with y'all kids and shit. I'll let y'all about that shit. But real rap, the wedding is not the marriage.